pretty good battle in the corner now, and Harrisburg is going to win it, and they're going to score. Shot went off the right foot of Ken Fultz. It may have hit a Detroit leg on its way in, but very early on, just a minute 44 into the game, Harrisburg jumps into the 1-0 lead. This is one of the two Romanians on the Detroit Waza flow. Danny Dragoi with the click kick, and he scores up high on the free kick. Danny Dragoi up under the bar to tie the game 1-1. And Matos dances to midfield with the pass for Joe Bay. Down low, Bowman open. Send it back out in front, and Matos scores. Power play goal, and Detroit goes on top 2-1. The ball winds up in the Detroit goal off a turnover deep in the zone. And it were tied 2-2 as it was picked up by Patrick Thompson. Moving into the zone, pass to Joe Bay, and he scores. A.J. Joe Bay with that right foot extended, able to beat Meal on the long side and put Detroit on top 3-2. You're allowed to dress 14. They've got 13 players in uniform tonight. Ducker centered it out in front, and there's Bowman, and he scores, and it's 4-2 Detroit. That gets some insight on what's going on with the club, and look out, Otieno didn't shoot it, but he handed it off to Sam Fiore, and that's as easy a goal as Fiore is ever going to score. Lays the pass across, and it's an empty net effectively for Fiore to make it 5-2. Now Joe Bay is going to break in alone. He's dancing towards the net, cuts to his right, and he scores! Joe Bay makes it 6-2. Here comes Joe Bay. He's looking for a hat trick in the first half now. Alarge towards the net, going hard to the goal. Lost it, got it back, centered it out in front, and they score. It's Victor Otieno with the goal. And it's 7-2 Detroit. So Detroit on top by 5, 7-2 as we move into quarter number 3 and make it a 4-goal lead for Detroit as Harrisburg scores on a pretty passing play finished by Chris Hall, number 22. Deku looks to take the kick here. 3 Harrison defenders stationed 10 feet from the ball. Chips it for Dragoi. And Ducker, oh, he scored. Drew Ducker from right along the end wall somehow found an angle, and he chipped it high over Tim Meal and into the net. And Detroit goes back on top by 5, 8-3. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and breaking away. Here's Pollock. Pollock gets around the goaltender, and he scores! Sliding Zane Pollock with a beauty to make it 9-3. To share it to the Detroit line, waning seconds, and he scores as it went off the hand of Messick and up under the crossbar, and Teixeira gets the goal to make it 9-4. Quarter comes to an end, but it's taken away by Matos. Sent out in front. Ducker sent it wide. Costa-Deku off the inside of the goal post and then into the net. Costa-Deku scoring with 4 seconds left in the third. And Detroit back up by 6. It's 10-6. Waza Flow leading by 6 here in the fourth quarter in Melvindale. Fiore, I think he just scored an own goal. I don't know if Chris Hall got to that or not. It looked to me like Fiore was trying to clear it out of harm's way, and it went off his noggin and into the net. At any rate, it is now 10-5. Now, here's Dragoi at midfield. Bowman again, and he scores! They don't have to change the scoreboard now. Detroit's back on top by 6 at 11-5, which is what the scoreboard has been reading for the past few minutes. New Bossy to his right, and a couple of Harrisburg players, Fultz and Malone, down by the net. This is Fultz on the ball for Whitmer, and they score. Whitmer let a shot go, and I think it changed directions on its way towards the net, but it caroms in off the goalpost to get Harrisburg to within 5. It's Detroit 11 and Harrisburg 6. Dragoi sent in deep by Whitmer. Whitmer got his foot on it, got a shot away, and then on the rebound they score. It's Fultz who turns and fires it by to make it 11-7. Jokai and Dubasti both go down. Here's Ducker chipping it for Jokai, and he scores! Oh boy, there's some persistence right there. Nicky Jokai stayed with it and puts Detroit back up by 5. Here's Teixeira. Shot through traffic. Oh, and he scored on it. Bowman, I think, screened his netminder, and Teixeira scores a goal with 22 seconds to go. So Teixeira scores it, but it's really not going to matter. And here comes Jokai moving in. Sent a pass across. Otieno missed it, but Chris Williams finishes it. I was wrong. That won't be the final score. It'll be 13-8 Detroit. Harrisburg's actually outscored Detroit here in the fourth, 4-3, but it's not going to matter, except that the margin of victory for Detroit, instead of being 6 or 7 or what have you, is going to be 5. Detroit puts an end to their 8-game losing streak. They keep their slender playoff hopes alive here tonight, and they have their biggest offensive output of the season as they come up with a 13-8 win here tonight against the Harrisburg Heat.